Hey guys, this is Art once again doing another video. I was going to do this earlier today, but a lot of things was on my mind. This subject is about having a bad day. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, actually, tell you, everybody has a bad day every now and then. Everybody does. You know, your job, things at your job didn't go so well. Breaking up, doing something, whatever. You know, car breaking down or whatever. Everybody has bad days. But I'm not talking about those kind of bad days. I'm talking about having a bad day where it shakes your foundation. The kind of bad day where you want to revert back to the old you that you used to be. Everybody's on a journey trying to strive to be the best they can be. Or at least I hope so. Like, for example, like me, I'm trying to be a better person. Trying to be a better friends to my friends, better enemies to my enemies. I do these videos to help me become a better person instead of being a selfish prick like a lot of people are. But I'm talking about, like, for example, you're an alcoholic, you have one bad day, you go back to drinking alcohol. You're a drug addict. One bad day, you start taking drugs again, relapsing. That's the kind of days I'm talking about. Bad days. And every now and then we have those. We all have those, and they test us. Because the thing is, just when things are just when things in our lives seem to be going so well, that's when that roadblock happens, and that's when we're tested. Now, if you want to look at it a religious perspective, God is testing you, testing your faith. If you want to look at it a religious way, if you want to look at it a simplistic lifestyle way, is that life sucks. There's a roadblock to determine what kind of a person you are. And the thing is, I get it. A lot of people get it. Some people have certain things happen to them, and it just seems to cascade one after another. But you can't let that get you down. I had a bad day. I'll explain. A year and a half ago, I was dating this person. Everything seemed to be going well. Everything seemed to be going well. Everything seemed to be going well. We talk every other day or something like that. We hung out. We didn't really hang out as much as we should have been. But, I work days, that person works nights. That kind of happens. And a lot of times we meet in the middle. You know what I'm saying? One day she was like, I'm going to go home for a week to visit my family. I'm like, okay, cool. All right, cool. So while she's out, for that week she's gone, I'm doing my thing. Okay. About a couple days later, she calls me up and said, "Hey, I'll be back in town pretty soon. I can't wait to see you." I'm like, "I can't wait to see you either. I miss you so much." My car was down at that time. My Jimmy, it was broken down. We had to get some parts to get it to run because parts are not available anymore. So I'm like, yeah. That next week after I got my car, I did not hear from her again. I call her, no answer. Text her, no text answer. The girl ghosted me. And I said, something's wrong. That's not like her. That's not like her, Maybe this, I'm thinking anything's possible. Maybe something happened to her on the way home. Maybe something happened to her, or whatever. And the thing is, sometimes this still hurts even today. even a year and a half later. One day her sister calls me up because she was coming into town. Well, she was trying to come into town, and and she was on some woe is me shit. So naturally, she calls me up, tells me her problems. I tell her the potential solutions and everything else. Then I say, "Hey, have you heard from your sister?" And she goes, "Yeah, I talked to her the other day." And I was like, "Really?" Because she hasn't called me back or anything like that. Then all of a sudden I heard silence. Next thing all of a sudden she goes, "Did you know she's hanging around somebody else now?" I'm like, "No." Well, let's just say that you don't need to call her anymore. You don't need to talk to her anymore. She don't really want to be around you anymore. I'm like, well, how come she just couldn't just say something like that? Well, she's like this and she's like that. I'm like, okay, fine. And that hurt. Of course, when something like that happens to you, you will be hurt. It's like someone took a knife and just twisted it this way, and you're bleeding out. Then, of course, her sister was like, "Oh, don't, she still cares for you. She just can't be with you because of, certain things." I'm like, whatever those certain things is. Her best friend, then within a day or so later, her best friend calls me up, wants to talk. She tells me the exact same thing, and she's telling me, "Oh yeah, this guy that she's with, oh, you know, he he has money. She goes, he has money. He buys her stuff, and he buys her whatever she wants. He basically could take care of her. I'm like, and she's like, well, you're a great guy, but she just upgraded. I'm like, more of a bad day. And I held it together for a little bit, for about a week or so. Wanted to lash out. I wanted to lash out. But I couldn't. So, what did I do? I went to the store, bought a 6 pack, came home, drank the whole 6 pack, passed out. Got up for work the next day, went to work, came home with another 6 pack and a 12 pack. I bought a 6 pack, put it in the refrigerator. Then a little bit later, I went out and bought another 12 pack, put that in the refrigerator. Drank, passed out. For the next 3 days, drank and passed out. Then I went out and bought more alcohol. Drank till I passed out. Drank more and I passed out. I don't think I was doing videos like how I am right now at that time. I think it was like sparingly. But that's what I was going through. And like I said, today it still kind of hurts. And when I think about that shit, I want to go out and drink. Get fucking drunk. Pass out. Wake up. Repeat. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like doing. Just like, for example, imagine everybody knows boxing. You're in a boxing match. You go 12 rounds, right? You're around 6 or 7. You get rocked with an uppercut or a 1-2 punch, and you're down. Your corner is say, get up, and the referee go 1. He's counting down. He's counting. The thing is, are you gonna stay down until you count it out, or are you gonna rise like a phoenix and face that shit? That's what I had to do. One day I woke up. One day after about 2 week binging. I had about 15 cases of beer. 15 cases of beer in my room. And believe me when I tell you this. Believe me. When I saw that, it shocked the shit out of me. Because what was going to happen was I was going to buy some more alcohol, drink. Then I was like, fuck it, let me go drive. Then guess what? I'll get my third DUI and I'll be right back in the same shithole that I wasn't in before. All because of a stupid woman. I got knocked down. I was down for the count and I wanted to stay down. But at the count of 8, I started to get up and I realized I'm almost out. So that means I have to rise to the occasion. And I had to fight it. So when I realized what was going on, I stopped everything. Sorry. I stopped everything. And I just lived. It hurt. But I had to keep going. And this is where I am today. So, like I said, everybody has bad days. But if you have a bad day, and before I go any further, the reason why I'm doing this video is because someone I know had a bad day. And what's going to happen is maybe I might talk about it, or maybe that person, they have their own videos, they have their own channel. Maybe they might talk about it. I'd rather have them talk about it than me do it. But the thing is that this person had a bad day, and this is not necessary for you specifically. But it's also for me because, like I said, if you watch this and after hearing this, you know I'm struggling. Especially when I know that this woman out here is having living the life that she wants, while ruined mine. Even though I had a hand in it, on my own ruin, but my life was set back. It was ruined. I still in debt because of this, because of her. And I have to live it every day. That's why it feels like I still have these freaking knives on me. And I'm bleeding out. That's why. So the thing is that not necessary for you specifically, or anybody else who watches my video specifically, but also this message is also for me. You gotta rise like the phoenix, anew, and face the fucking world. Okay? I'm gonna get going because it's kind of late, and I should be sleeping because I gotta be up in about 5 to 6 hours. And the funny thing is that when my friend told me about their day, I felt so low. I felt fucking low. I almost started drinking tonight. Now, a lot of times you might see me with a beer here, but I'm drinking for fun. But I'm talking about when I start drinking because I feel like shit emotionally. That's how I felt today. I feel a little bit better right now after doing, because I'm doing this video. But this video is not, like I said, this video is for not necessarily you or me. It's for everyone. Better yet, let me, before I end it, back in the 90s, late 80s, early 90s, a famous boxer, Mike Tyson, dominated the boxing world. Dominated. Okay? Not like how Mayweather is right now. It's kind of like how Mayweather is right now. But he dominated the world. Opponents after opponents came, stepped up, he knocked them down. But when he lost, he fell further and further and further. If you know the story of Mike Tyson, especially, I saw the documentary of Mike Tyson they did years ago, where, he sexually assaulted a woman and he got sent up to jail for about a year and a half or something like that. He had to lay low, refigure out his game plan, and guess what? He's back in the spotlight to a certain extent. He's back in the spotlight for a certain extent. He's not boxing anymore, but the thing is, he rebuilt himself, and it's the same thing when I feel that down. I look at that. So, with that in mind, we gotta rise up. Okay. With that, I'm gonna get going, and hopefully, the day turns around for everyone.